Fuzzy Mud by Sachar, Chapter 2. Sundry Farm. In a succulent valley 33 miles northwest of Woodridge Academy was Sundry Farm. You won't know it was a farm if you saw it. There were no animals, no green pastures, and no crops, at least none that grew big enough for anyone to see with the naked eye. Instead, what you would see, if you made it past the armed guards, past the electric fence, topped with barbed wire, past the alarms and security cameras, would be rows and rows of giant storage tanks. You also wouldn't be able to see the network of tunnels and underground pipes connecting the storage tanks to the main laboratory, also underground. Hardly anyone in Heathcliff knew about Sundry Farm, and certainly not Tamaya or her friends. Those who had heard of it had only vague idea about what was going on there. They might have heard of Biolin, but probably didn't know exactly what it was. A little more than a year before, that is, about a year before, Tamaya Dilwadi cut her hair and started the fifth grade. The United States Senate Committee on Energy and the Environment held a series of secret hearings regarding Sundry Farm and Biolin. The following testimony is excerpted from that inquiry. Senator Wright, you worked at Sundry Farm for 2 years before being fired. Is that correct? Dr. Mark Humbert, no, that is not correct. They never fired me. Senator Wright, I'm sorry, I would been informed. Dr. Mark Humbert, well, they may have tried to fire me, but I would already quit. I just hadn't told anyone yet. Senator Wright, I see. Senator Ford, but you no longer work there? Dr. Mark Humbert, I couldn't be in the same room with Fitzy a minute longer. The man's crazy. And when I say crazy, I mean 100% bananas. Senator Wright, are you referring to Jonathan Friedman, inventor of Biolin? Dr. Mark Humbert, everyone thinks he is some kind of genius, but who did all the work? Me? That's who. Or at least I would have. If he had let me, he would pace around the lab and muttering to himself, his arms flailing. It was impossible for the rest of us to concentrate. He would sing songs, and if you asked him to stop, he would look at you like you were the one who was crazy. He wouldn't even know he was singing, and then out of the blue, he would slap the side of his head and shout, "No, no, no." And suddenly I would have to stop everything I would be working on and start all over again. Senator Wright, yes, we have heard that Mr. Friedman can be a bit eccentric. Senator Ford, which is one reason why we are concerned about Biolin. Is it true a very viable alternative to gasoline? Senator Wright, this country needs clean energy, but is it safe? Dr. Mark Humbert, clean energy, is that what they are calling it. There's nothing clean about it. It's an abomination of nature. You want to know what they are doing at Sundry Farm? You really want to know? Because I know. Senator for big, yes, we want to know. That's why you have been called before this committee, Mr. Humbard. Dr. Mark Humbard, doctor, excuse me. Dr. Mark Humbard is Dr. Humbard, not Mr. Humbard. I have a PhD in microbiology. Senator Wright, our apologies. Tell us, please, Dr. Humbard, what are they doing at Sundry Farm that you find so abominable? Dr. Mark Humbard, they have created a new form of life never seen before. Senator Wright, a kind of high energy bacteria, as I understand it, to be used as well. Dr. Mark Humbard, not bacteria. Slime mold. People always confuse the two. Both are microscopic, but they are really quite different. We began with a simple slime mold, but Fedge altered its DNA to create something new, a single-celled living creature that is totally unnatural to this planet. Sundry Farm is now growing these man-made microorganisms, these tiny Frankensteins, so that they can burn them alive inside automobile engines. Senator Ford, burn them alive? Don't you think that's a bit strong, Dr. Humbert? We're talking about microbes here. After all, every time I wash my hands or brush my teeth, I kill hundreds of thousands of bacteria. Dr. McHumbert, just because they are small doesn't mean their lives aren't worthwhile. Sundry Farm is creating life for the sole purpose of destroying it. Senator Wright, but isn't that what all farmers do? All right, guys, I saw one comments here. Troy or something, Tree. So I'll recommend it if you want to improve your English. You practice reading a book. This is the best way you can improve your English. Yeah, read, and read. That's it, guys. See you later.